Hello everyone, this is Ron from High Tech Legion, and this is the Thermaltake New Soprano mid-tower case. And as with previous Soprano cases from Thermaltake, it is designed primarily for quiet computing. And although I never imagined myself using this word to describe a Thermaltake case, the New Soprano is more understated and elegant compared to the more gaming-oriented and aggressive-styled cases that are in the Armor line and Armor Revo Gene and Armor MK1, all those cases that previously came out from Thermaltake, even the older Soprano cases, which I believe had a window and a lot more sort of bling and lighting on it. Well, anyway, I'm not going to read the box. I'm just going to open it up and show you what you can find inside. Alright, so here we have the Thermaltake Soprano complete out of packaging, and of course, as you can see, it is very smooth. Right there, it comes with a black powder coated black cover. You have at the top here, you have your USB 3.0, pair of USB 3.0 ports, an audio jack for your microphone and your headphone, and you have a pair of USB 2.0 ports. And of course, the door here that swings open. And you have 4 5¼ inch external drive bays, which basically are tool-free to open. It might be a little hard to open it to squeeze it on the other end there, but luckily all you need to do is just kind of open it here on one side to take it out. Same, you also have a 3 1/4 inch drive bay cover there for your card readers. Some people are complaining about having 3 1/4 inch, but my philosophy is I'd rather be there when I need it rather than not have it and not be able to use my card reader or anything. A 3 1/2 inch form factor I will install later on. And here at the bottom you have a filter cover here, and of course a fan, which I believe it is a 200mm fan right in front for intake. And you have, of course, when the door is closed, the door doesn't have any foam here on the front. It is a magnetic door. But maybe inside there's noise dampening in there, but it actually is a very tough door cover. It reminds me of the Armor A70, A90 cases that came out a few years ago. And it has that nice brushed aluminum styling in there. You have the Soprano logo and the Thermaltake logo at the bottom. And it has, at the front, you have the ventilation holes here at the front. Now, a lot of people will probably be concerned about intake, since it doesn't look like it has much space for intake. I see when you close it, there's actually no holes on the front. It only intakes here on the side. And let me check here. The other panel doesn't even have intake here. So all the intake is going to be here on the left side. Now, what I'm thinking is that it's kind of like, you know, when you have a hose and you kind of squeeze the tip of the hose, and it will kind of push the air a lot more. That's what they're going for. Normally, this might be a problem when it comes to the airflow, but we'll test it out later and see just how effective this is, if it affects the performance inside of your components drastically, or whether it does its job very well. So let's go to that. And it looks like an LED fan. We'll check that out once we plug it in and assemble it completely. Here at the top you have space for installing an external hard drive. You have a 2.5 inch and a 3.5 inch form factor in there, and it's of course a SATA. And you also get here on top a reset button, an on and off switch which has an LED ring on it, and a hard drive activity LED. There is no ventilation here at the top exhaust, so it's just plain, as you can see there. At the rear of the case, first thing you see, of course, the 120mm exhaust fan. It is a turbo fan from Thermaltake, and also there are 3 grommeted water cooling holes at the top. And I like these grommets actually, as you can see that they're very snug in there. They're not that abrasive, rather not abrasive, but sort of the regular type rubber that you see that is found inside the cases. So those usually absorb and kind of attract dust a lot more. This is actually a lot more more higher quality than those, and these are also quite big. And you also get, of course, locking mechanisms here on top for routing your cables in there, and you want to take or secure your case when it's in a public area or an area that has accessible with a lot of traffic. You also get another lock option here with the Kingston lock option here on the left side panel. And you get 7 PCI expansion slots. They're all reusable covers, and they all have that high airflow design. Now, in terms of design, as you can see, this side of the back is flush with the rest of the PCI expansion slots. And that means that you have to remove this plate with that thumb screw before you can remove any of these thumb screws here, locking your video card or any of your PCI peripheral in place. Also, at the bottom, you have your area for mounting your power supply. And for the side panels, these have these thumb screws, but these are not your regular thumb screws. You can actually just not completely lock it in place. Just have them hang like that and pull it out with the convenient handle. You don't need to fully remove it. And this is what the left side panel looks like. There's the noise dampening foam there. It is quite thin on this side to allow for cable management. Then I'm going to flip it to the other side here so you can see what it looks like on the left side panel. Similarly, you have the same kind of thumb screws. You don't need to remove it fully and then pull it out. Here you have more the a thicker foam, and this actually has a little bit egg crate style noise dampening foam. And inside you get the manual and the warranty. You get also the accessory package here. It's tied up inside the bag. For the accessories, Thermaltake provides a speaker for your motherboard. You have 5 cable ties. They're not your typical cable ties. They are the more beaded type. And you also get 1 single bonus standoff, just in case you lose one. That's already pre-installed. And you also get screws, these wide bottom ones for your hard drive. I believe these are for 2.5-inch drives, and you can slot in the bottom. And you also get your motherboard screws, of course, and in a big bag of screws there on the right side. You also get your screws for your power supply. At the bottom, you can see there is a large removable dust filter that spans the bottom of the power supply mounting area all the way to the optional 120mm fan mounting area right in the middle. Also, as you can see, the feet have rubber tips, and they are actually taller than usual feet that are found in commonly found in silent computing cases. And I was mistaken earlier. I thought there was no hole here because I felt the bottom. There was no intake air in there, but I can see now that there is an opening here where the air can be drawn in, and also for, of course, convenient handle for handling and removing the front panel. You can look at that. Take a look at that closer. I'm going to show you that right now. So you can see you can remove the entire front bezel, and it is quite heavy because of the door. And there you go. See, there's space to route cables in there as well. So whenever you install a fan, this is actually when you remove the 200mm fan here, you can replace it with a fan inside. I believe it is a 120mm fan behind that for pushing air into your hard drive area. And let's take a look at behind the motherboard tray first. See there, space for routing cables. There's actually cables routed there already. There's cable routing area right here. They are grommeted. Again, higher quality rubber covers compared to the thin rubber ones that you typically find in most cases. And you have area here for, of course, plugging in your SATA cables, and more rubber grommets here at the bottom. There is no hoops to sort of route a cable tie. Those are pretty common nowadays, but I don't see those in here except for these holes right here. You can probably use it for those. Although the good thing about it is that it also goes to the other side. So if you tie your cable tie, you can also tie a cable on the other side while you're tying the cable on this side as well. And there is, I would say, there's sufficient area here for a cable to route your cables. I will measure that later once we do our installation video. And also cable routing options here in the top for your 8-pin and here as well. So there's two areas that it is not flat, but it's manageable to push it up to in these ends. One here on the other end, and one here at the middle, depending on your motherboard 8-pin EPS 12-volt position. Also, you have a large cutout here, which is very good, so it should accommodate most systems, even those old EVGA motherboards that have the and those old Intel motherboards that have that weird RAM position, so the CPU socket is in a different place. So there's a very good design that you find here behind the right side panel. Now here on the main side panel, on the left side panel, make sure that it is in frame. See everything. You get, of course, your toolless mounting for the 5¼ inch drive base. You have room here for the 3.5 inch external drive bay. Also, you get these Caddies. These are made of plastic, but they're quite durable. They're not very flimsy at all. They're very durable. As you can see, they don't even bend too much. So that's it's actually, I believe the internal is similar to the Armor Revo Gene, and just it doesn't have those blue accents that you see here. So it's all black, but pretty much identical internals I see there. And I see one problem now. A little bit here. Let me just show you. There is a toolless caddy here, but as you can see, with a 200mm fan in front, it is actually blocking it, so you can't use it. Before you can use this toolless caddy, you can actually either push it in, like so, or you can pull it out. There you go. See there, you can fit a 2.5 inch drive in here and a regular 3.5 inch drive. It looks like it, and there's also a mounting hole going this way. I'm not sure if that's for 1.8, but it is there. And you can just mount it this way. No, it actually is only mountable going one way, so you have to remove the 200mm fan in order to use this. Well, anyway, another feature that you know, it's actually manageable to put it in, although you know it's hard to remove without pushing it inwards. Anyway, it is there. There's a feature in there, and the 200mm fan here is it's all tied up. So let me show you the cables. Here at the rear, it is a braided 3-pin fan. And here inside, of course, we saw the front panel I/O already, so we know what to expect here. You have your SATA connector and a Molex to power that. You have USB 3.0, 19-pin or 20-pin, whatever people use, what number of people use. It is the USB 3.0. You have your front panel power, LED, hard drives. You get, of course, your audio and your HD audio and your USB 2.0 header. So they're all black, even though there is no side window. They're all black inside, so that is it looks attractive, at least just in case you decide to mod your case later on. And also, there are standoffs already pre-installed, and it says here you can fit an ATX and a micro ATX. There's guides for which hole you want to use, and the standoffs are already pre-installed, and they're black as well, so it matches your case, even though you won't really see those standoffs when you install your motherboard already. So that pretty much covers the overview of the Thermaltake Soprano, new Soprano mid-tower case. And thing to do now is to install our components. As you can see, it is completely bare right now, since I've just showed you the internal features and stuff like that. And of course, we won't really know how it does until we put in our components. So click on the link below for the next video, the component installation video. And like this video if you like it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/hightechlegion. Leave comments down below or on Facebook, facebook.com/HTLreviews. And again, this is Ron from High Tech Legion signing out, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.